The 49ers takeover of Rangers is set to be a historic moment in the club's history, giving Rangers a chance to finally rebuild and get back to their consistent success which we grew familiar with in the past. In today's video, we have some huge 49ers takeover news amid the latest revelation. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers can't let James Tavernier leave before the end of his contract. He needs to be there to help mentor a new right back. That's the viewpoint of former Rangers defender Alan Hutton. The captain's current deal expires in the summer of 2026. He will enter the final 12 months of his contract when this season ends. The future remains uncertain for several key figures at Ibrox, with the takeover from US investors set to go through by the end of this month. Subsequently, a new permanent manager is expected to be appointed following Barry Ferguson's interim period. Hutton reckons, whoever the new man is, Tavernier must be encouraged to stay to see out his contract in Glasgow, as his experience and knowledge of the club would be helpful in more ways than one. The time when Rangers could cash in and get millions back is gone, Hutton told Betway. When you are 33, 34, your value drops because there's no sell-on value there due to your age. He has been an incredible servant. His goals, assists, and everything he brings as a captain to the team week in, week out has been to a high standard. Because of that, I think Rangers will want to keep him. Not on a long-term deal thanks to the age situation, but for him to be there, someone who knows what it's all about, the new management team coming in can lean on him. You have to look to the future. I know Dujon Sterling is there, but you might need another right back to come in, and Tavernier can help him. That transition can be good to have an older, wiser head in the changing room. That would be a good option. Now, in some huge 49ers takeover news, tensions appear to be rising behind closed doors at Ibrox as Rangers directors grow increasingly impatient over the pace of the club's proposed takeover by 49ers Enterprises. The American investment group, led by Andrew Kavanagh, is aiming to complete the deal before the end of April, but delays are starting to test patience at board level. On the pitch, momentum has stalled. A recent defeat to Hibernian and another costly mistake from goalkeeper Jack Butland have only added to the unease around the club. However, the lack of updates from Ibrox in recent weeks has triggered concern among fans. Whispers of the deal falling through have circulated, but according to Daily Record journalist Keith Jackson, such fears are wide of the mark. Speaking on Record Sports Hotline Live, Jackson and colleague Scott Burns shed light on why frustrations are mounting. Burns revealed, "I'm told that the deal is quite close to the finishing line, but there are Rangers directors who are growing frustrated with how long this is taking, not because it's about to fall apart, but because the process has been more complex than anticipated." Jackson added vital context, naming key outgoing figures. You've got Dave King, John Bennett, and Barry Scott, who are all looking to sell outright. Their entire shareholdings will go, which would bring Kavanagh and the Americans up to around 25% ownership. He continued, the deal was never as simple as a straightforward share sale. Unlike Leeds, where 49ers Enterprises took full control in one clean swoop, this Rangers deal involves multiple parties and layers of negotiation, making it a far more intricate process. Meanwhile, interim boss Barry Ferguson remains in limbo, with a managerial future uncertain until new ownership is confirmed. High-profile names such as Rafa Benitez, Steven Gerrard, Russell Martin, and Derek McInnes have been linked to the dugout, but no permanent appointment will be made until the dust settles on the takeover. The incoming investment could be pivotal heading into the summer transfer window. Reports suggest the likes of Nico Raskin, Hamza Garman, and Cyril Dessers may be on the move, which would require reinforcements if Rangers are to mount serious challenges at home and in Europe next season. That said, major decisions are unlikely to be made until Rangers' Europa League journey is over, or miraculously ends in glory. The pressure is mounting, the clock is ticking, and both supporters and directors are desperate for clarity. While it's easy to see why frustrations are bubbling to the surface, the consensus from those close to the deal is that its completion is imminent. The finish line is in sight, but for everyone connected to Rangers, it can't come soon enough. Finally, former Rangers midfielder Kevin Thompson has spoken candidly about his ambitions to one day take the reins as manager at Ibrox, admitting the pull of the club remains as strong as ever. Speaking on Premier Sports Scottish Football Social Club, the 40-year-old opened up about his desire to reach the top of the managerial ladder after witnessing his ex-teammate Barry Ferguson step into the interim role at Rangers over the past 6 weeks. "The dream is always to get to the top," Thompson said. "It's always why you put the hard work in. It's why, when I got the opportunity to go back to the academy, some people might look and think, oh, back working with the younger ones. It's maybe a step back after being a manager. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I would sweep the streets for the club. It means a lot to me, the place." Thompson, who made over 100 appearances for Rangers between 2007 and 2010, and later returned to work in the club's youth academy, has remained a loyal servant to the Ibrox cause both on and off the pitch. His coaching journey has taken him from the club's youth setup to a successful stint as manager of Kelty Hearts, a role he took on in May 2021 following Ferguson's departure to Alloa Athletic. In his debut season, Thompson guided Kelty to the Scottish League 2 title with style, before making the shock decision to step down in May 2022. After some time away from the dugout, he returned to Rangers in February 2025 to support under-18s head coach Stephen Smith in developing the next generation of Ibrox talent. "I've always been well appreciated, which is nice," he added. "I was only there for 3 and a bit years, then I came back and worked in the academy. I'd like to think I represent the club in the right manner. I know there are a million Rangers players who had better careers and better times than I had there, but the fans have always been good to me." Thompson acknowledged that it was bittersweet seeing Ferguson step into the interim managerial role alongside Billy Dodds, Alan McGregor and Neil McCann, given his own coaching credentials and love for the club, but stressed his focus remains on his own job at hand. "When Barry got the job, it wasn't a difficult one for me because I'd already been given a role," he said. "Naturally, these guys want their own people, so whether you are called upon or not, it doesn't change the fact that my focus is on helping the younger players get better. I try to do my job to the best of my ability, and if an opportunity like that was to come along in future, of course you would jump at it. But at the same time, I'm delighted just to be back working for the club." It's clear Thompson has lofty ambitions, but for now, he's happy laying the foundations and dreaming of one day leading the Light Blues first team from the touchline. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.